let's get right into this because I am so excited for my girl, Naz Perez, to join us right now for a brand new segment, Watch With Us, where she will be letting us know all about what to catch during Pride Month on streaming services. Naz!
Hey, Naz!
Guys, I got my tea ready.
Hey!
Hey! Cheers to Naz!
Did I miss the Mika song?
Oh no, Naz, we ain't even get into it yet. T5, when
We haven't
Mika
got
is
into
here and
it.
y'all are ready for that song, just count me down, y'all. Y'all know what time it is.
Oh my God,
Naz!
Alex, I'm so happy to see you. Alex and I are friends. Courtney, I love you. I'm a follower of you. You are the revolution. So I can't thank you guys enough for having me.
Of course, you're already
We are
coming
so
up in
excited.
here with this good energy, Naz. We already over here like, yes, Naz.
I haven't talked to anyone in 3 months. You know, I've been locked up in a room in 3 months. So I'm just excited to put makeup on today, you know?
Naz, what is this? What is this shirt? You were looking fire. Let us know what is going
Alex, well,
on.
you know, I mean, any compliment from you is like amazing.
So,
Thank you.
just for the T Tribe to know, Naz and I go way back. We worked together at E for the live events department as two little baby production assistants, and we have known each other ever since, kept in touch. We have been through it all, and I love her to death. So, I am so excited to have her give us the lowdown. Naz works for Rotten Tomatoes as a host, and she covers the Catch Up, which is their flagship show, covering the latest in the world of streaming, TV, and movies. So, in honor of Pride Month, Naz, give it to us. What can we all be watching?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, thank you, Alex. I love you so much too. But yeah, happy Pride Month, guys. I work for Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's important for me to tell you guys, I am not gay, but I have fell in love with a lot of gay men in college. I am a lover of the LGBTQ community, you know, a fighter for them. And I'm forever learning and listening and educating myself. And a big way that I do educate myself is through movies and TV shows. But there's so much out there that I feel like all of us are always like, where do I start? Like, where do I begin? And that's where Rotten Tomatoes comes in, because there's so many amazing lists on our website. And we're celebrating Pride Month actually with our Rainbow Tomatoes Hub, which is centered around the best LGBTQ content out there everywhere. We have lists like the best LGBTQ movies, TV series, flicks on Netflix, Amazon. I love those lists because I oddly never know what to watch on Amazon. So I'm going to tell you guys about a couple of shows that you guys can find on those lists that are my favorites that I think you guys will like too. And I want to start off with Hollywood because, Courtney, I know you love some Darren Criss.
Yes, that's a man.
Yeah, so Hollywood on Netflix. This is a show, first of all, I have to say, everyone is so hot on this show that it's disgusting. It was created by Ryan Murphy.
Not true.
You know, right? Everyone's just so good looking when I'm watching it. It's created by Ryan Murphy. You know, this is a man that brought us Glee, American Horror Story, The Politician. And Hollywood is set in post-World War II Hollywood, and it's about a group of aspiring actors, many who are actually outsiders because of their sexuality, because of their race and their gender. And they're all just trying to make their dreams come true. And what I think is really dope about Hollywood that a lot of people actually don't know about is that it borrows from Hollywood's history. So while a lot of the characters in the show are fictional, it also includes characters based on real people from back in the day. And what Ryan Murphy does is they sort of rewrite Hollywood's history as it should have been. Like, what would Hollywood have been like? A time and place where marginalized people could rule, a place where queer people could have come out of the closet. You know what I'm saying? The standout star to me on this show was Jeremy Pope. He is so stunning. If you guys love Broadway, he was on Choir Boy, Ain't Too Proud. So he plays Archie Coleman, a man who's determined to be the first gay Black successful writer in Hollywood. And his love interest in the show is a real person from back in the day named Rock Hudson. It's played by an actor named Jake Pickings. And Rock was a cinema heartthrob from back in the day whose sexuality actually was an open secret while he was alive, but then it was made public when he died of AIDS complications like in the 1980s. He's repped by another character that's a real person, a sleazy talent agent named Henry Wilson, played by Jim Parsons, who you guys may know from The Big Bang Theory.
It's great.
Yeah, he did that.
They did that, and it's really cool to see him, you know, play a different character, a gay character in this show. So I just think Hollywood's amazing. It's on Netflix. It's really cool and insightful because it makes you think, where would we be today if this is how it actually went down? Because the LGBTQ community is still marginalized in Hollywood today.
I have seen it. I absolutely love the show. It is so powerful and really kind of, it's so today, even though it is kind of takes place back then, but it makes so much sense today, and I highly, highly recommend it as well.
Yeah, also, I want to say, number one, David Cornsweet killed it. Also, if you don't know anything about classic Hollywood, you can still watch it and still be into it. Because the only thing I picked up through the entire series was Rock Hudson. And then I found out later about all of the other references, and I still lived for it. So y'all, please check it out. Check it out. At least give it 4 good episodes.
Yeah, exactly, Courtney. And what's so cool about Hollywood is that there's a lot to unpack. So I challenge you guys, is you can educate yourself through binging. When you're done watching it, hit up Google, because it's really cool about what you can learn. I want to tell you guys about my next favorite thing on one of our lists. It's a movie. While we're on the topic of Netflix, it's also on Netflix, and it is called The Half of It. Now, The Half of It is certified fresh, 96%, has an audience score of 81%. You know, fan sentiment is just as important about what the critics think. People love this movie. I love it because it's an hour and 44 minutes long. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like movies are like 3 hours these days. But The Half of It is about, you know, a shy, smart student. Her name's Ellie. She's hired by this jock named Paul to help him win over this popular girl. But then things get complicated because she realizes that she has feelings for her too. And this movie just has everything. It's a coming of age comedy drama. It's written and directed by a Chinese woman named Alice Wu, who's also part of the LGBTQ community. And what I love about her is that she has a common theme in everything she makes. Most of her protagonists are Asian, and they're female, intellectual, non-heterosexual characters. But back to the movie. So in the movie, Ellie tries to help Paul get this girl named Astrid through writing her love letters, which is just romantic AF. Like, in a world where most of us can't even get a text back, you know what I mean? Like, they're writing love letters in this movie. And what's so
there she is.
It's so funny, Alex. I knew you were going to call me over that. But what's so great about Alice is that when you're watching the movie, you think it's a rom-com, but she does this like subversive switch on you where the movie turns out to be, it's not about who gets the girl. So we watch Ellie struggle with her sexuality, but it's never labeled. It's also not her whole story in the movie. It's crafted behind like multiple layers, which is something we often don't see with LGBTQ characters. And I don't want to give too much away, but when you're watching it, you don't really know if Ellie is lesbian or bisexual. And I think that's where the beauty lies, because we know that she likes girls, but she herself may not know yet, and that's okay. And also you'll find out what a taco sausage is in it, because I didn't know what a taco sausage was until I watched this movie.
Taco sausage. I never heard of that.
I also saw this movie. I loved it. Just like you said, it's a very coming of age story. It's kind of a I've never really seen this done in a movie. You know what I mean? At least, and it again brings it to kind of today's climate, and I absolutely love it. The stars are great, so I highly recommend as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, and please at least watch the trailer. It's good. The trailer is real good.
It is so good. It kind of makes, yeah. And the opening monologue about love, you know, like those poems that we find on Instagram that we all save, but we never end up using or reading or going back to ever again. The opening monologue of The Half of It reminds me of like a really beautiful poem about love. So I love that. But speaking of love, I want to tell you guys about my next show because I love cartoons. Steven Universe is an animated series that ran on Cartoon Network. You guys can stream it on Hulu, seasons 1 through 4. All seasons 1 through 5 are actually on HBO Max. But if you have never seen this show, this is the time to hop on the Steven Universe bandwagon. This show's come out with books, video games, toys, like it has got it all. And what is so insane is that seasons 1 through 5 are all 100% fresh. That is crazy. What's so revolutionary about Steven Universe is that it portrays queer characters like in a kid's cartoon, and young queer kids need to see themselves. Every kid needs to watch this. Like, I wish I had this show when I was little. So if you guys are quarantining with kids, I think this is a great show for the family. It's about a world of these crystal gems. They're basically like these magical human-like aliens that live with young Steven, he's half human, half gem boy. And they act as kind of like his big sisters. Also, all the women in the show are superheroes. Like, all the superheroes are women. And what's cool about Steven's story is that when we think of heroes in pop culture, like Hercules or Luke Skywalker, I'm like a huge Star Wars fan. These characters are defined by their dad's legacy. What's dope about Steven is he has a lot of female energy. He has part of his mom inside of him, and he's defined by his mom's legacy, which I think is just so incredible. But the craziest, coolest thing about Steven Universe is that Steven and his friend Connie can actually fuse, it's something they do in the show, into Stevani, which is a character that represents intersex individuals, mind you, when this is already a very diverse show. So Stevani is a literal combination of a boy and a girl. Intersex is something we rarely see in TV shows or movies in general, let alone in a kid's show. And I have to end by telling you guys that the songs are so good in it. Like, I don't know if I may be aging myself by saying this, but you remember the Fairly Odd Parents, like Shiny Teeth and Me, or right? Like,
The Skylark Girl.
Yeah, he was so high. I had such a crush on Chip Skylark. But the thing with Steven Universe is these songs, like if you have Spotify or iTunes, are unreal. I play them in the shower. They make me so happy. When Steven Universe Volume 1 came out, it was like #1 on iTunes. So, this show just really has it all. It is the best show, I think, on television right now. And it was created by Rebecca Sugar. She was the first solo female creator of a Cartoon Network program. And it's just won a ton of awards. So definitely check out Steven Universe.
Yeah, girl power.
Absolutely. It's one of my boyfriend's favorite shows. So definitely check out Steven Universe. Even if you're not into cartoons, I think the messages are just very important. And I think adults can pick it up sometimes even faster than the kids. So check it out if you haven't seen it yet.
100%, Courtney. Like, I think it's equally enjoyable for adults and kids, definitely. So check it out.
Yes.
So my next show is a groundbreaker. You guys have probably heard of it, Andy Mack on Disney Channel, which you guys can now stream on Disney Plus. This is a groundbreaking show. It was Disney Channel's first show ever that featured its first gay character that came out. And the reason why it was so historic is because the coming out story was an entire story arc on the show. It wasn't just like one episode. How many times have we seen, LGBTQ characters come out, it's an episode, and then sort of the storyline moves on. But Cyrus, the character in the show that is gay, he comes out to his friend Buffy and Andy and his longtime crush, Jonah, played by Angel Asher, who doesn't have a crush on him. But he comes out to them all at different times in different seasons. And the gay character Cyrus is played by Joshua Rush, like I was saying, and the actor was so inspired by the positive impact that his character had on queer youth that he actually came out as bisexual himself, which is just like,
wow.
Also, the plot of Andy Mack is just really good. I mean, it came out a while ago, so I don't want to, 2017, I don't want to give too much away, but Andy finds out in the first episode that her sister is really her mom. So this show, again, is for anyone of any age. It is such a good show that anyone can equally enjoy. And it is really historic when it comes to what it did for the LGBTQ community on Disney Channel.
I actually interviewed the Andy Mack cast in season 2. I went to the set and they're all super incredible. As you mentioned, Naz, this show really broke boundaries. It was the first show with an openly gay lead character. So I know that I absolutely love all the kids. They're super talented and everyone should watch it for sure.
Also on one of our lists that we are so excited about. I know you guys, I hope you guys love Simon, because Love Victor comes out next Wednesday, and this is set to be the biggest LGBTQ show of the year. It's the one I'm most looking forward to. If you guys didn't see Love Simon was the first gay teen romance released by a major studio. And so this is the spin-off series that was originally supposed to air on Disney Plus, but it's now premiering on Hulu. And first of all, I'm assuming that we've all seen or love Simon, but if you watch the trailer, if you don't cry, I don't even know if we can be friends, because it gave me all the feels. So this Love Victor takes place in the same world as Love Simon, and the show focuses on like this new kid that comes to Creekwood High School. His name's Victor. He's a Latinx character played by Michael Cimino. His story is very different than Simon's, because when we watched Love Simon, it was a movie that a lot of us loved. But if you guys remember, if you've seen it, Simon's parents and friends were very supportive of him when he came out. And sadly, that is not the case with a lot of people when they come out, especially people of color. So I'm really excited to see that this show is bringing, forth this new perspective, and we're going to really get to know these characters, not just in a 2-hour movie, but over 10 episodes. Victor is like this kid from he moves to Atlanta. He's from Texas. He's Latinx. He grew up in a very religious working class family. That's why I really love the show, because I think very rarely Latinx characters are the center of the story. So I completely relate to this. And if you guys watch some of the trailers, a lot of people are assuming he may be bisexual based on some things that he says in the trailer, which would be really cool, because I have a lot of bisexual male friends of color that say that they rarely see themselves represented in shows. So yeah, and if you're one of those book people out there, I feel like I got to talk to my book people. We all have those friends that are like, the book was so much better. I just want you guys to know that the female author that wrote the book that Love, Simon was based on, just posted on Instagram that she is so excited about this show. She's seen it. She stands behind it. She says that she literally wrote, I wrote it down, that spinoffs and adaptations can be complicated for authors, but she loves every second of Love, Victor. And I think that is a very good sign for us. And it comes out less than a week from today. So I'm so
oh my God, we have to do something to raise even more awareness for that. This is like a big deal. I didn't even realize how big of a deal it was until Miss Naz came up in the gig. Hold on.
I know.
You got to come up with a plan to raise more awareness for this, because this is a huge deal.
You brought me on. We're talking about it now. And it's actually, Courtney, speaking of awareness, if you guys would let me, I'd love to talk about one more show just really quickly. I actually haven't even seen it, but I think we all know there is a revolution going on outside our doors. And I do want to amplify Black voices. And this is a show I've added to my list that I'm super excited to start watching. It's called Dear White People. It's on Netflix, 95% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. And what's cool is that they have this character named Lionel, and he grapples with being queer in the Black community and being Black in the queer community. And I think that's a very interesting, rare take that we all normally don't see on screen. So please also check out Dear White People.
Yes, y'all better watch that one. I have a friend that actually is on that show. So definitely make sure you watch it.
Amazing.
That's amazing. Well, thank you, Naz. This was amazing for giving us the lowdown. Yes. I can't wait to go home and watch all these new ones I haven't watched yet. This was really, really great. I'm so excited. It's a full circle moment for us.
I know, Alex, I'm so proud of you. I know this is like your third day. You're killing it. I watch your guys' episodes. Courtney, thanks to you, I'm checking out Black Ink Crew. And to everyone watching, I want you guys to really go to RottenTomatoes.com. There's so much to watch out there, and a lot of people don't know where to start. We understand. We got your back. So for Pride Month, check out Rainbow Tomatoes, our Pride Month hub. But also, if you just don't know what to watch in general, we also have a Binge Central hub where we have tons of lists, tons of free stuff to watch. Free $99, my favorite price. So yeah, thank you guys for having me, and be sure to check out RottenTomatoes.com. I hope you guys are going to have T-Tribe after this.
Thank you, Naz. And let everyone know where they can follow you, Naz.
Yes, so you guys can find me on the Rotten Tomatoes Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. I host a show called The Catch Up, like Alex was saying, 3 times a week, and I just cover the latest and greatest in movies and television, and I'm on Instagram at Naz Perez.
Yes.
I love it. Well, I love you, girl. I can't wait to see you in real life soon, and I can't wait for you to come back for another Watch With Us segment. I'll be waiting, but cheers to you. I love it. Thanks again for all that great knowledge for Pride Month.